Are you guys struggling with statistics or getting your employees to implement statistics or how to manage statistics? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so my name's Dr. Nathan Owens. I'm from Tennessee, south of Nashville. I've been an MGE client since approximately about 2015. I've been here for quite some time. We took our practice from a small practice in a small rural town to now we have 5 locations. So how did we do that? I want to share one really important thing that we did that we implemented very early on, which was managing by statistics. And that's one thing that I want to help share with you guys so that you can start to do that and implement that yourself. So the first thing that we do when we're managing by statistics is, besides of course the obvious, which is making sure that your employees are implementing statistics and keeping track of their statistics. But the first thing we do is we make sure that all our managers are always having meetings about statistics. Now this can range anywhere from where I have multiple practices and I have a director of operations who's meeting weekly with the managers to go over their statistics, all the way down to smaller offices where you have a manager meeting with their juniors weekly to go over those statistics too. And all that information is being also forwarded to me so that I can review and keep up with that stuff. But the first thing you have to do is make sure those meetings are happening, and they're happening on a weekly basis, and that the managers are meeting with their juniors, whether it's a large organization with a director of operations meeting with their juniors or smaller and they're meeting with their juniors. But the meetings have to be taking place, and they have to be taking place to review those statistics, and not only to review those statistics, but then also go over the conditions of those statistics. And all involved should be there and should be listening and should be getting feedback or hearing what's going on and what's happening in the other areas and the other departments so that they understand and they can see how they're doing and how they can implement when they're struggling or when they're in affluence or whatever it is too. So I think it's very important. The meetings are like huge for us, a huge part for us and of what we do, and we never miss those meetings, okay? Number 2 is making sure that you're actually managing by statistics. And what I mean by that is it's very easy to get information from juniors or from people with your staff that can give you bad information. Could be good information, could be bad information. You don't really know that. Maybe somebody said something, or maybe someone is causing trouble within a department or something like that, and you're thinking, well, if this hygienist is causing problems within this department, we need to get rid of this hygienist, right? And so you sit down and you talk to the hygienist and you get rid of the hygienist, and it turns out that the hygienist wasn't actually causing the problem, and you were just receiving bad information. So managing by statistics is taking that information, listening to it. Yeah, you do want to listen to it and have good affinity with the person that you're talking to and the people, but you also want to take that information and apply it to statistics, okay? So I go back, I hear what you're saying, understand it, acknowledge the person, but then I go back and I look at, okay, what is the statistic of that department, or what is the statistic of this particular hygienist or assistant or whatever? How are they performing? Because that person, if they are doing bad things, then generally their statistic will show that. And so managing by statistics is not just taking information and just going with it and running with it, and which is very easy to do because we love gossip and we love to hear it and we love to, go with that, whatever someone's saying, and listen to, we can't have this person causing trouble, we got to get them out of the organization, when actually it's not that person at all. It could be another person, it could be another thing, it could be whatever's going on. But when you go down and you sit down and you look at that statistic, you say, wait a minute, this statistic is actually good. Maybe something's not adding up here. Now I really need to investigate and find out, okay, is it really this hygienist or assistant or whatever, or is this coming from a different source with a different motive or something like that? And so that's really part of managing by statistics. It took me a long time to learn that, because how easy it is to listen to people and to get caught up in the gossip and things like that, and then get mad and say, oh, you're not going to mess up my organization, when really they're not. They're actually helping your organization expand. So managing by that is making sure that, yeah, you want to hear what people say, but you always want to go and confirm that. And the way you confirm that is to manage it by looking at the statistic. Look at the statistic and then do your investigation from there. Okay, to summarize, there's two really important things when you're managing by statistics. One is making sure that you're having the meetings and that your managers are managing the people that they have, but they're meeting and doing meetings, and that they're taking these statistics and they're doing the things necessary to make sure that those statistics continue to get better and continue to rise, and implement the things they need to implement to make sure that those statistics continue to get better. The meetings are vital. Number two is making sure that you're not just listening to gossip within your office, that you're not just listening to what people are saying or claims that people have, even no matter how much you like them, that you're always following up and you're looking at a statistic. How well is this person doing in their position or in their job? How well is their statistic or a number compared to a previous number? How well are they doing? And if they're doing well, then maybe I really need to investigate, is this person causing trouble, or where is all of this coming from? And that's when we really start our investigation, because a person who has a good statistic is probably unlikely to be causing your organization trouble. So anyways, keep that in mind and your organization will grow. So guys, that's all that I have for you this week. Plenty more tips to come. There's so much that goes into growing an organization and growing your practice. If you're interested in seeing more of that, hit the subscribe button below, follow up, and you'll get a lot more tips and a lot more things to help you grow your business.